I'm going to talk about something different here. A TV series I've recently, admittedly watched because of some reviews, and I wanted to see what this was about. Um, the series is called Sex Life. It's a new series from Netflix, and let's be honest, it's a piece of garbage. I don't know how to say this in other way. Bear in mind that I'm going to talk here about the concept of the story. It's a woman that is married to a guy. They got two children, but their sex life is not that good. Okay. She in the beginning we hear her thoughts, and she says that she loves him, he's perfect, and so on. And he gushes over him for about 3 minutes, saying everything good about him. But then she says that her sex life is not that good, because before marrying she was a sexaholic, if you like, or something like that. I'm not. Bear in mind that I'm not criticizing the choice lives of a person. Okay, that's not my goal here. And bear in mind that we're talking about a woman, but this could be reversed. Okay, no. There are no misconceptions against the woman or something like that. Don't. I'm not talking about that. But she says, as I said before, she said that he's great, but their sex life is not that good. Okay, then for a couple of episodes we see how their life or sex life is not good. She keeps a journal where she fantasizes about a previous boyfriend, which is rebel kind of guy. Imagine that rebel guy that you do all things that will rate a movie, a porn or hentai, and so on. Again, I'm not judging. That's not the issue here. But then the story goes forward, and we get to know a bit more about him, about her life and his life, and so on. And then by the end, stuff happened. She keeps a journal. He finds a journal, and he finds a journal. She left it open in the laptop, and so he reads it, and learns how she is, or how she thinks and how she feels, and so on. And every time we see about him, he wants to help her. He even goes to a dinner with her ex-boyfriend just because she wants to say, hey, there's nothing here between us. There's something. One thing is the fantasy, one thing is the real life, and again, I'm fine with that. Husbands and wives have good moments and bad moments. Okay, I don't believe there was or there is a life between husband and a wife that is always perfect. Of course, people are different and sometimes they clash, but and things change, of course, with time. Okay, imagine the following: you've got a guy that likes to have sex 3 times a day, and you've got a woman that she doesn't like to have sex that many times. What happens? Either why didn't they find out where they were romancing and when their boyfriend and girlfriend and that stuff, he thinks something that she feels appalling. Okay, people, you can fall in love with a person, but their choices, their opinions, their sexual drive and so on can lead to people breaking up. That's why people break up. That's why these things happened. And but you've got here a person that says that everything is good, but she wants more, and she wants more, and she wants more. In this case, she feels entitled. In the end, they are sitting, seeing their children in poetry and so on, and we've got some interior monologue by her, and she says that it's perfect, but I want more. And so she runs away from her husband and goes to her boyfriend and says, she arrives and says like this: I'm not leaving my husband, but fuck me. What is this? What? And then I go to IMDb and see reviews, and most of them are crap. 1 star, 2 stars, and so on. It's an unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Who thought that this was a good story? Again, this is nothing against the woman, because it could be a guy. Okay, it's not a woman thing, it's a person thing. How come people that are married and it's a contract, if you will. Either you make a contract and say, okay, I'm going to marry, but I'm going to see other guys, and some people do it. Some religions even accept it, you having 2-3 wives, not usually not the other way around. I'm talking about you Muslims, but either you agree with that, and your husband says, I understand, or not. And no matter what, how can she says I love you, wholeheartedly, saying, okay, but I'm going to fuck other guys behind your back. I'm not saying anything. This is an entitled person. This is the wrong of nowadays kids. She's 30 or 40 or whatever. She's over 30. No, don't quote me of 40, okay? But she's a mother for 6-7 years, and she is a mother, and so when nowadays I remember not we all know that 50 or 60 years ago, people around 20-21 got married. It was the norm, and they start having children and so on. Then this changed with time, and now people are going to have children later on, usually 30 or so. Okay, and I understand that, because people want to be not odd adults with responsibilities so soon. And I understand that. I understand and I accept that. Okay, I accept that I'm also a father, and I also married, and now I also only had children after 30. Okay, but I met my wife after 30, but that's not the point. The point here, I understand that. I understand that people want to be free, if you will, a longer time. But when you get married and when you get children, you've got responsibilities. You cannot say, fuck it, I'm going away, and what about the children? What about the votes, the honor you have with your partner? It seems that this is a fucked up world nowadays. People are entitled and they say, okay, I'm going to do it either way. I don't care about you. And the reason here, how come this series is the number one being seen in Portugal? I honestly can't understand that. The only reason I can understand that is because it has sex scenes and she's cool to see naked, and him as well. Because by the story, this is a poor story, poorly written, and says so bad about society nowadays. No responsibility, no, they don't want to grow up, no matter what years they have, and so on. And this is so bad. I'm finding this series. I can't even understand how people will feel this is a good and nice thing. This is not about feminine liberty. This is not about feminism. You can be a feminist and not be a jerk about it. And this woman is a jerk. I don't know how to say another way. Again, this could be a man. But if this guy, if this her was a guy, my God. First of all, Netflix will never do it, because Netflix will never give a part to a man saying, oh, he got feelings, but he needs more sex lives, so he's good, okay, don't worry. No, this will never happen, because what's the selling point is this woman, entitled woman, that thinks they are the center of the world and everything goes around him. So what? She stays with her husband that takes good care of their children, because she only they say this a lot of times, and is good looking and so on, and with a lot of money. I don't know, does she even work? I really can't understand this. I really can't understand where the world is going. Again, I'm not trying to say this is because it's a woman. No, that's not the problem here. The problem here is that the entitlement of people are getting out of control. This is one of the last few series that demonstrate this. I really hope this is going to get a second season. I have no doubt about it. It has a bad rate, of course, but they don't care because it sells. Bad publicity sells, and that's it. I don't know. I hope the world will not go this. I don't know. I'm just now I'm saying stupid stuff. Don't bother watching this series if you have any self-respect, if you have a respect for love, because this is not love. I cannot love someone and say, okay, but I really want. It's like, okay, Scarlett Johansson is here, Paul, but I have a wife. Yeah, fuck her and don't bother. Don't bother. Betray your wife. Nobody will know, and don't worry. this is not how a good person behaves. And she even says that life is not, that we have been told that life is about giving up, and she's not giving up. What? If she's not trying to give up, why did she bother to have a husband? Maybe she doesn't love him. Maybe she loves the other guy, and I understand that. You can love. You can say, okay, this is a perfect human being, but I don't love you, and I love that guy because of sex that he gives me, and that's cool. To each his own. You choose what you want. Yeah, that's it. Nobody was going to watch this review, but I just want to talk about it because I'm not going to talk about it with anyone. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.